Hello everyone. In the last video, I discussed about the syllabus of class 9 mathematics. Now, in this video, myself and Paul going to discuss about Heron's formula. Introduction. You have studied in earlier classes about figures of different shapes such as studied about square, about rectangle, about triangle and about circle, right? Now you have also calculated perimeters and the areas of some of these figures like rectangle, square, etc. Means in class 8 you already studied about how to calculate the perimeter or how to calculate the area of a rectangle, of a square, of a triangle, or of a circle. You already studied about it. Now let's see the example. Suppose this is the shape of your classroom. Let's see the shape. And the length of the classroom is 10 meter. And its breadth is 8 meter. Then what will be the perimeter of this classroom? Perimeter will be 2 into length plus breadth. Let's see. 2 into 10 plus 8 meter. This is implies 36 meter. So the perimeter of your classroom will be 36 meter. Now what will be the area? Area will be length into breadth. That means 10 into 8 meter square. This is implies 80 meter square. This is the area of your classroom. Note, unit of measurement. This is very important. 1. Note number 1. Unit of measurement for length or breadth is taken as meter or centimeter, etc. Means unit of length or breadth will be taken as meter or centimeter. Remember it. This is very important. Note number 2. Unit of measurement for area of any plane figure is taken as square meter or square centimeter, etc. That means meter square or centimeter square, etc. Meaning unit of area of any plane figure such as square, rectangle, triangle, circle will be taken as meter square or centimeter square. This is very important. Remind it. Now next. You already studied how to calculate the area of a triangle. Now what will be the area of a triangle? Now area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height, right? Now with the help of this formula, it is very easy to find out the area of right angle triangle. Okay student, by using this formula you can easily find out the area of a right angle triangle, right? Now let's see an example. Let us take a right angle triangle ABC, whose sides are AB 12 cm, BC 5 cm and AC 13 cm. Now what will be the area of this triangle? Area of triangle ABC will be equal to half into base into height. What is the base, student? Base is here BC. And what is the height? Height is AB, right? That means half into BC into AB. That means half into 5 into 12 centimeter square. This is equal to 30 centimeter square. So the area of the triangle ABC is equal to 30 centimeter square. Now sometimes problem occurs when the triangle is not a right angle triangle. That means if the triangle is not right angle triangle, then there will be some problem for finding the area of the triangle by using this formula. Let's see what problem will occur. Now let's see the example. Let us take a triangle ABC, and the length of the three sides of this triangle are given by AC is equal to A unit, BC is equal to B unit and AB is equal to C unit. From the figure you see it, this triangle ABC is not a right angle triangle. Now we have to find the area of this triangle. We have only the three sides of this triangle. That means we have only the base of this triangle. Base is BC, B unit. We don't know the height of this triangle. So for finding the area of this triangle, first we have to find the height of this triangle. So for finding the height of this triangle, let us produce BC to the point E. Then draw perpendicular AD to BE. Let AD is equal to H unit. Then AD will be the height of this triangle. Now area of the triangle ABC will be equal to half into base into height. This is equal to half into base means BC into height. Height means AD. Half into BC into AD. This is equal to half into B into H. This is very complicated For such kind of triangles, we use Heron's formula. Now, before using this formula, let's know about the mathematician Heron. Heron was born in about 10 AD, possibly in Alexandria in Egypt. He worked in applied mathematics. His works on mathematical and physical subjects are so numerous and varied that he is considered to be an encyclopedic writer in these fields. His geometrical works deal largely with problems on mensuration, written in 3 books. In this book, Heron has derived the famous formula for the area of a triangle in terms of its 3 sides. Let's see the formula. The formula given by Heron about the area of a triangle is also known as Heron's formula. Remind it. It is stated as, for the triangle whose length of 3 sides given by ABC, then the area of that triangle will be equal to under root s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c, where a, b and c are the sides of the triangle and s is equal to semi-perimeter, that is half the perimeter of the triangle, is equal to a plus b plus c by 2. That means s is equal to a plus b plus c by 2. Semi-perimeter. Remind it. Now derivation of Heron's formula. Let's see how to derive the Heron's formula. Let us take a triangle ABC. Now the length of the 3 sides of this triangle are AB is equal to A unit, AC is equal to B unit and BC is equal to C unit. Now draw a perpendicular AD from A to the side BC. Now let the length of AD be h. Now let the length of BD be x. Total length of BC is C. Then the length of CD will be C minus x. Now we see that the perpendicular AD divides the triangle ABC into 2 right angle triangles. One is triangle ABD. One is triangle ABD and the other one is triangle ACD and the other one is triangle ACD. Okay student, now from triangle ABD we have base BD is equal to x unit, base BD is equal to x unit we have, and perpendicular AD is equal to h unit, and hypotenuse AB is equal to a unit. So by Pythagoras theorem we have a square is equal to x square plus h square. This is equation number 1. Now from triangle ACD, here triangle AC and D, we have base CD is equal to c minus x unit, height is equal to h unit, and hypotenuse is equal to p unit. So using Pythagoras theorem we have b square is equal to c minus x whole square plus h square. This is equation number 2. Now subtract both the equations. We get a square minus b square is equal to x square minus c minus x whole square. This is implies a square minus b square is equal to x square minus c square minus 2cx plus x square. This is implies a square minus b square is equal to 2cx minus c square. This is implies a square minus b square plus c square is equal to 2cx. This is implies x is equal to a square minus b square plus c square by 2c. Thus we get the value of x. Now from the triangle ABD we get equation number 1, a square is equal to x square plus h square, and from the triangle ACD we get equation number 2, b square is equal to c minus x whole square plus h square. Subtracting both the equations we get the value of x. The value of x is a square minus b square plus c square by 2c. So putting the value of x in equation 1 we get what we will get. Let's see. A square is equal to a square minus b square plus c square by 2c whole square plus h square. This is implies h square is equal to a square minus b square plus c square by 2c whole square. This is implies h is equal to under root a square minus of a square minus b square plus c square by 2c whole square. This is implies h is equal to under root 4a square c square minus of a square minus b square plus c square whole square by 4c square. This is implies h is equal to under root 2ac whole square minus of a square minus b square plus c square whole square by 4c square. This is implies h is equal to under root 2ac minus of a square minus b square plus c square into 2ac plus a square minus b square plus c square by 4c square. This is implies h is equal to under root 2ac minus c square plus b square minus c square into 2ac plus c square minus b square plus c square by 4c square. This is implies h is equal to under root b square minus of a minus c whole square into a plus c whole square minus b square by 4c square. This is implies h is equal to under root b minus a plus c into b plus a minus c into a plus c minus b into a plus b plus c by 4c square. Now perimeter of the triangle is equal to sum of the length of its three sides. That means perimeter is equal to a plus b plus c is equal to p. Say let semi-perimeter is equal to s. Then s will be equal to a plus b plus c by 2. This is implies s is equal to p by 2. This is equation number 3. Now we will find the value of p by 2 minus a. p by 2 minus a is equal to a plus b plus c by 2 minus a. This is implied p by 2 minus a is equal to a plus b plus c minus 2a by 2. This is implies p by 2 minus a is equal to b plus c minus a by 2. This is implies s minus a is equal to b plus c minus a by 2 by 3. What is equation 3? Here we have equation 3 is s is equal to p by 2. So put the value of p by 2 here. Put the value of p by 2 here. We get s minus a is equal to b plus c minus a by 2. Similarly, we get s minus b is equal to a plus c minus b by 2 and s minus c is equal to a plus b minus c by 2. Now we have s is equal to a plus b plus c by 2. h is equal to under root b minus a plus c into b plus a minus c into a plus c minus b into a plus b plus c by 4c square. Also we have s minus a is equal to b plus c minus a by 2. s minus b is equal to we have a plus c minus b by 2 and s minus c is equal to a plus b minus c by 2. Now area of the triangle ABC is equal to, here in the right side we see the figure of the triangle ABC. Area of the triangle ABC will be equal to half into base. Base means BC into height. Height means AD. So area of the triangle ABC is equal to half into BC into AD. That means half into C into H. Now put the value of H. This is equal to half into c into under root b minus a plus c into b plus a minus c into a plus c minus b into a plus b plus c by 4c square. Now take c and half inside the square root. Then we get under root c square by 4 into b minus a plus c into b plus a minus c into a plus c minus b into a plus b plus c divided by 4c square. This is equal to under root b minus a plus c into b plus a minus c into a plus c minus b into a plus b plus c divided by 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. This is equal to under root a plus b plus c by 2 into b plus c minus a by 2 into a minus b plus c by 2 into a plus b minus c by 2. Now we have the value here a plus b plus c by 2 is equal to here, let's see, this is equal to s. Also we have the value b plus c minus a by 2. Here the value of b plus c minus a by 2, here s minus a. Also we have the value a minus b plus c by 2. Here we have the value of a minus b plus c by 2, s minus b. Also we have the value a plus b minus c by 2. Here it is the value of a plus b minus c by 2, s minus c. S minus c is equal to a plus b minus c by 2. This is equal to under root s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. This is the proof of Heron's formula. Remind it, this is very important formula for finding the area of any triangle. Now, what is the need of Heron's formula? Heron's formula can be used to measure the area of a triangle whose sides are given only. By using this formula, you can find the area of any kind of triangles. Also, it can be used in our daily life in the following ways. When we buy a piece of land, we can find its area by using this Heron's formula. Also, imagine someone gave you triangular figure. Now, you can find its area by applying Heron's formula. This is the need of our Heron's formula. Now we have the basic formula. What is basic formula? Here it is half into base into height. By using this basic formula, we can find the area of a triangle whose base and height are given. Now we have Heron's formula. What is Heron's formula? Heron's formula is under root s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Now, when we use basic formula, we use basic formula when here it is for right angle triangle or when base and height will be given for any triangle, then we can use basic formula. Now when we use Heron's formula, we use Heron's formula for any triangle whose three sides are given. Now next example, a park in the shape of a quadrilateral ABCD has angle C is equal to 90 degree, AB is equal to 9 meter, BC is equal to 12 meter, CD is equal to 5 meter and AD is equal to 8 meter. How much area does it occupy? Now first draw the figure of the park. Let's see the figure. Park ABCD, where AB is 9 meter, BC is 12 meter, CD is 5 meter, AD is 8 meter and angle C 90 degree. We see a triangle BC, triangle BCD. Triangle BCD, we see the triangle BCD. This is right angle triangle. We see the triangle BCD. This is right angle triangle. Now first we find the side BD of the triangle BCD. Since this is right angle triangle, also we know the base of this triangle, that is CD, is equal to 5 meter and height, that is BC, is equal to 12 meter. Then BD will be equal to under root 5 square plus 12 square, that is equal to 13 meter. Thus we have BD is equal to 13 meter. Now we can find the area of the triangle BCD. Thus the area of the triangle BCD is equal to half into base into height. Since this is right angle triangle, that means half into 5 into 12 meter square. This is equal to 30 meter square. Thus we have the area of the triangle BCD, that is 30 meter square. Now for the triangle ABD we use Heron's formula. So for the triangle ABD we have semi-perimeter S is equal to 8 plus 13 plus 9 by 2 meter. This is equal to 15 meter. Thus the area of the triangle ABD will be equal to under root S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Put the values, that is equal to under root 15 into 15 minus 9 into 15 minus 13 into 15 minus 8 meter square. This is equal to under root 15 into 6 into 2 into 7 meter square. This is equal to under root 5 into 3 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 7 meter square. This is equal to 6 under root 35 meter square. Thus the area of the park will be equal to area of the triangle BCD plus area of the triangle ABD. Now if we add the area of both the triangles, then we get the area of the park ABCD. Thus, this is equal to area of the triangle BCD is equal to 30 meter square plus area of the triangle ABD, that is plus 6 root 35 meter square. This is equal to 30 plus 6 root 35 meter square. This is the area of the park. Now this is the end of this chapter. Now your homework will be, you have to solve all the question of this chapter from your NCERT book. Also, if you have any other reference book, you can solve this topic related questions. Thank you. Next video coming soon.